Hey, you all right, son?
My shoulder.
Here, take it easy. Hey, Sam, get Tom Stone. Young Pete's hurt himself.
Hey, Tom.
Hello?
Young Pete's hurt.
Okay, coming. Let's have a look, son. Yes, shoulder dislocation. Hurting?
No.
Not much, anyway. Now, just see if you can raise that arm. So, right? Don't use it. You'll rest it.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Stone.
Anything wrong?
Yes, Tom. I'd like to have a little chat about that leg of yours.
Well,
It's a big responsibility.
to you or to me?
What if there was an accident on one of our trawlers and you got hurt? We'd have to pay. The insurance company won't take it.
There hasn't been an accident yet, has there?
What if it was dirty weather? What if you tried to cross the deck in a gale?
All right, I'll say it for you. I'm fired. It was all right when the shortage was on, but now that the fit men are coming back, I'm not wanted. Is that
But
it?
the company...
Forget the company.
Tom, if there's a sure job going, we...
The sea's the only job I know. Good day, Mr. Johnson.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, Mrs. Dukes.
Good catch?
Not much.
Oh, dear. Better luck next time.
Here's your scarf, Tom, and many thanks for what you did for my boy.
Oh, that's all right, Andrew. How is he? Resting his arm?
No, he's off to meet his girl.
Lucky it wasn't both arms, huh?
Lucky you was aboard, Tom. Bit of a jack of all trades, huh?
Master of none.
I don't know so much. Isn't everybody can do what you can do, set in bones and things?
Mostly common sense. Once you know how the bones fit. Cigarette?
No, thanks. Where did you learn?
Oh, books, knocking around the world, watching other people. You know, Andrew, these bodies of ours are pretty wonderful. Nearly every piece of machinery is copied on them.
Never thought of that.
Now, take a bridge, for instance. It's built like the arch of your foot for carrying weight. Or the crankshaft of an engine, like your elbow and shoulder joints. They're the same way.
Yeah. I see. Now, there's something more in it than that. It's a sort of touch you've got. You must have green fingers.
Green fingers.
Yes, most gardeners have them. Everything they touch just grows.
Like fishermen's stories, huh?
What about your own leg? Why can't you cure that?
That's different. It's a bullet wound. I suppose you've heard.
What?
I got the sack today on account of this.
You got the sack on the Well, that's a rotten shame. Here, next time somebody's injured at sea, they'll be wanting you.
Well, that's their lookout.
Can nothing be done with that?
Nope, I got it for life.
That's what they told old Albert Goodman in the last war about his elbow. Now listen to it. Ringing tenor as good as the next man. Here, why don't you come up and have a chat to him?
Might be an idea. Although I don't suppose it'll do much good.
Oh, it's worth a try. Have you ever seen them ringing?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's interesting. Come on. What about your leg going up all them steps?
There's only 199 of them.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Ben.
Had a good trip, Tom?
So, thanks.
What have you been ringing?
Grand Sire triples. Warm work.
Yeah, and hard work too, eh, Albert?
Oh, good for you. Fine exercise. Oils your joints.
Joints. Hear that, Tom?
Yes. Andrew tells me you once had a lot of trouble with your elbow.
Well, there was a time when I couldn't bend it. But look at it now, eh? Sound as a bell. There's nothing wrong with that, eh?
No, doesn't seem to be. Is that the scar?
Yeah.
Same as mine, bullet wound.
Oh, the doctor said I was crippled for life.
There you are. What did I tell you? Not much of a cripple now, eh?
What's his name?
A fellow called Booth.
Booth. Where's he live?
He lives in London. Right in the middle of the Harley Street toffs, like a thorn in their flesh.
Did it cost you much?
No, he's pretty reasonable for the likes of us.
Harley Street, huh?
It's been a fracture with torn muscles and tendons. The fracture's healed, but there's still some minor bone dislocation and some adhesions. Now then, going up, son. This shouldn't take long. Hurt?
No, it's okay.
Well, it's all over. You can get down now.
What? Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Come along, don't be afraid. Let your weight down. And go and put your shoe on. You don't trust me?
Yes.
Well, the best advice I can give you is to use it as much as you can. Don't be afraid. Walk over all the roughest ground you can find. Do you good.
Okay, Mr. Booth, I'll try.
And if you don't feel happy, come back and see me again.
How much do I owe you, sir?
Or I'll send the account on Whitby, isn't it?
That's right.
And give my regards to Mr.
Albert Goodman?
Goodman, that's it.
Right, sir, I will. Good day.
Good day.
The limp's gone. I can walk like I used to.
Surprised?
I want to be an osteopath, too, Mr. Booth.
Oh? Why?
Not sure it isn't what I've always wanted to be.
You didn't know what it meant until you asked me just now.
No, but it's in my hands. I know it.
What makes you think that?
Well, I know a bit myself. It's been a kind of hobby. I can put a joint in place, and if anything's broken, Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Booth. It can't sound much to you.
So you want to be an osteopath?
Yes, sir. How can I learn?
Well, you can apply at the academy. Doesn't follow that they'll accept you.
Why, close shop?
No.
Then what's the difficulty?
To become fully qualified needs years of hard work.
Well, I'm used to that, sir.
Needs money, too.
I've saved a bit. I could find a job.
Yes, it's not a correspondence course. You can't learn osteopathy in your spare time. We drive you. We make no allowances for you.
I'm not asking for any, sir.
You seem to know what you want.
Yes, sir, I do.
Sit down. You say you've had some experience of bones and muscles. Where did you pick it up?
Well, I was in Newfoundland before the war, on the fishing banks. There was no doctor. There were some things we had to know.
How do you treat a compound fracture of the thigh?
Clean it first, put on the dressings, then ease the bones by pulling gently beyond the fracture.
Why?
To prevent shortening and stop the bones from grating together.
And what's the danger of a simple fracture of the leg?
The broken bone piercing the skin.
Let's have a look at your hands. Take my arm and feel the wrist joint.
You broke that one, sir.
All right, Stone. I'll bring your name before the faculty at the next meeting.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Mind you, I can't promise that they'll accept you. There are certain formalities.
No, sir, I quite understand.
And come and see me again in about a week's time.
Yes, sir, I will.
Stone, there's no need to limp.
Oh, sorry, sir. Just a bad habit.
All right. Now, Wilson, what's the name of that bone?
First dorsal, sir.
No. Stone?
Seventh cervical.
All right. And this one?
Fibula, sir.
All right. I'm using short leverage from the elbow, not the wrist. Never use unnecessary force. Avoid injury. Your grip should be firm, not hard, using traction all the time.
All right? Yes, okay. Not finding this work too much?
No, why should I?
A man should get his full sleep at this game. How's the room? Is it comfortable?
No, it's all right. It's a bit expensive. I gotta find a cheaper place.
Well, I had a chat to the wife today. We've got a spare room at home. She wouldn't skin you if you'd like to try it.
Yes, I would.
But there's one thing, Tom.
What's that?
Well, my girl's an invalid. She's trouble with her back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, well, you call round and see us tomorrow when you've finished playing with your skeletons. Good night, Tom.
Good night, Miss Menzel.
Before next Monday, I want all second-year students to make themselves familiar with lecture 15 in Hazard. All right, second-year students go. First-year students stay.
All right, Tom, I'll take over now.
What's the time?
Past midnight.
Now I've got to give this job up, Wooly.
What, getting you down?
No, it's not too good for my hands.
Why don't you get an easier job?
I've got to make some money.
It's okay, less you do these days, the more you make.
All right, you tell me how.
They're wanting a night watchman at Pritchard's.
Why don't you take it?
It's easy, I had it. But the missus got lonely.
Bring it over here. Now, these are the legs of a child. How old should you say?
About 8 years old, sir?
No less, 6. You can tell by the epiphyses. The ends of the bones not fully formed, still soft. What's wrong with this child?
Knock kneed, sir.
What's the cure?
Adjustment of the pelvis, leg exercises.
Right. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Tom. All correct.
Good.
Books, eh? Gonna keep yourself awake?
You said it. Good night.
Good night, Tom.
Oh, good morning, Joe.
Hello, Tom. Sunday morning cover.
Thanks.
Here, aren't you going to turn in?
No, exams next week. Let's do some work.
Principles of osteopathy. The origin of the 8 cervical nerves corresponds to intervals between... Oh, I give it up. How's the job going?
Which one, night or day?
Oh, not the bony one. Doing your rounds regular?
No. Last night I missed one.
Sleep?
Well, I was, reading and
I know. Sacked? Well, what are you going to do now?
Find something else.
Now, why don't you rest up for a bit? If you go on at this rate, you'll need your bones seen to.
No, I must make some money. I'm in my 3rd year now. Not so long to go.
Look, Tom, if the rent's worrying you,
Well, thanks, Joe, but I've got to find another job.
more night work?
It has to be.
Here. Oh, then. No, not that way, underneath. That's right. Now then, for easy money, if you're not too particular, there's nothing to beat it. I know an head waiter who might be able to, walk round a bit. That's it. Waiter, glass of champagne.
Yes, sir.
I say, what's up? What's the matter, Alice?
My knee. I wrenched my knee.
Oh, is it hurting?
No, oh, no.
Oh, bad show. I'll send for a doctor.
No, don't fuss. Help me over there.
Right. I say, well, what about a bandage?
No, it's all right.
Well, have a Guinness. Let's crash over to this chair, shall we?
Excuse me, have you hurt your knee, madam?
Yes, I think I wrenched it.
Perhaps I can help you.
What do you imagine you can do?
Well, I know a bit about these sort of things, sir. Is that where it hurts?
Yes.
I can put it right for you if you wish.
If there's anything wrong, madam needs a doctor, not a daddy amateur.
I've already told you, George, I don't want a doctor.
It's a displaced cartilage, sir. It should be put right immediately. Excuse me.
I said, how do you know all about this?
I'm at the Academy of Osteopathy, sir.
Then what are you doing here as a waiter?
Earning money to learn my profession.
Oh, I see.
May I try, madam?
It's up to you, Alex.
It won't take a second.
Go on. Don't be frightened.
Cat, I heard it click.
There, it's all over. Hurt much?
Not as much as I thought it would. Can I use it now?
Yes, you dance on it if you wish.
Wonderful. What's your name?
Stone, madam. Thomas Stone.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, madam.
Interesting.
Good morning, Tom.
Good night, Harry.
Jeannie,
Hello?
it's me, Tom.
Come in.
Good morning, Jeannie.
What's the matter, Tom?
Oh, nothing. I just thought I heard you call, that's all.
I didn't call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I heard you come in, Tom. They do keep you late, don't they?
Yes, a bit of bother with a West End playgirl and her boyfriend.
Oh, just listen to the birds, Tom. Listen to them.
Yes, it's a grand day, Jeannie.
Oh, lovely.
Is your back hurting you, Jeannie?
No, Tom, it's all right.
Did the doctor come yesterday?
Yes, he came.
Would you like your breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll get it. Morning, Mr. Mansell.
Morning, Tom. Your breakfast's ready.
Morning, John.
Morning, Tom.
I've just seen Ginny.
Yes, Tom.
What did the doctor say?
Nothing to her, but she knows.
What did he tell you?
He said there's nothing can be done.
Why, did he say what it was?
Sciatic hernia.
And she'll never be able to walk again, after all that's been done.
I don't. And all the time, Ginny gets worse and worse.
All right, I know.
Yes, worse and worse. More and more pain. Now they say it's sciatic hernia, whatever that is. Nothing more to be done.
So you think you know more than the doctors?
No, but I think I know something they don't know.
Or don't want to know, Tom.
Exactly. Look, let me take her to Mr. Booth.
Personally, I wish you would. I can't see that there'd be any harm done.
No, but I can. I'll have no quack laying his hands on my girl.
He cured me, Joe.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
He's curing people every day.
Then he ought to be locked up.
Now, Joe, Tom's only thinking of Jeannie.
And so am I. I've been warned about these blokes. As for you, you ought to have more sense wasting your time on that sort of thing. Black magic.
Black or white, it works.
If the doctors can't do nothing, nobody can.
Shall I take the tray up, Mrs. Manson?
Please, Tom.
I'm taking Ginny out after breakfast.
Where? Where?
Just to the park, that's all.
to rest, Tom.
Okay, Skipper.
You shouldn't have brought me today.
Why not?
You ought to be resting. You know you ought.
Oh, I'm all right.
I don't know how you do it, working night and day. If you go on like this, you'll crack up.
Not me. Do you know why? Because I love my work. So interesting, Jeannie. You have no idea how wonderful osteopathy is.
Is it, Tom?
You've been listening to your father.
You know what Dad is, old-fashioned.
Jeannie, do you trust me?
Of course.
Look, I'd sooner kill myself than do you any harm. But I believe, in spite of anything your father or the doctors say, I believe I can cure you and make you walk again. I believe that with all my heart, Jeannie. Will you let me try?
What does it mean, Tom?
First, it means patience. Weeks, even months of patience. It may mean pain, too, Jeannie. But no more than you've been going through already. And most of all, it means faith. 100% faith in these hands, Jeannie. Will you let me try? Will you?
Yes.
It's all right, Joe.
Leave my girl alone.
It's all right. The pego.
He had no right.
I know I've broken my promise, Joe. I'm sorry.
If you've harmed my girl...
You all right, Ginny?
You all right? Now take your weight on your feet. Stand up.
Tom, be careful.
I know what I'm doing.
Jeannie, take no notice.
Now walk, Jeannie. Walk. Walk. Stand still. You're all right, Jeannie. Come on. That's it. That's fine. Come to me, Jeannie.
General muscular treatment to attain better posture. I gave regular manipulation over a period of 6 months for the mobilization of the fifth lumbar and left sacroiliac, which resulted in freedom from pain except on extreme movements. And now, Mr. Booth, to all intents and purposes, she's cured.
How do you know?
Jeannie. It's Jeannie Mansell. It's Mr. Booth, Jeannie.
How do you do?
Good afternoon.
All right, Ness, we shan't want you. You think you've performed a miracle, don't you, Stone? What the doctors considered a hopeless case has been cured. And now you feel very pleased with yourself, I take it.
Yes. I think I have every right to be. Why not?
Why not? Because you might have crippled this girl for life.
I knew what I was doing.
With so little experience, you couldn't possibly have known. You can't even know whether what you've done is going to last.
Why do you say that, Mr. Booth? Can't you believe your own eyes?
I'm sorry, Miss Mansell, but there's far more involved than just your own case. You've done something unforgivable. You've broken the first rule of the profession you wanted to join. You did this with your eyes open, though you must have been warned against it at the academy a dozen times. Your own conscience must have told you it was a crime.
You call healing someone a crime?
Attempting to heal can be, Miss Mansell. As a student, still unqualified, you laid hands on this girl. It's as if a young, half-educated medical student had taken a knife and performed a major operation.
If I'd failed, you might say all this, but I didn't fail.
For all I know, the symptoms may return.
Oh, I don't believe it.
You may think my attitude petty and unjust, but I'm defending a principle. I hope sincerely that Miss Mansell's cure may prove permanent. And I'll even go so far as to congratulate you on performing a very difficult operation. You've good hands, Stone, I know that. You're one of the best pupils we've ever had. But that doesn't alter the fact that what you've done has been quackery of the worst possible description.
Tom took a chance, and now he's succeeded where everyone else who tried has failed. He's an outsider. Well, if that's the case, thank heaven he is.
There's no excuse for him, Miss Mansell.
Jeannie still needs treatment, Mr. Booth. What's the academy going to say if I go on with it?
I think you know the answer, Stone.
Well, if I have to choose between the book of rules and my own patient for the sake of waiting another 2 months to be qualified, you can keep your degree.
I've warned you, Stone.
Come on, Jeannie. Thanks for the speech, Jeannie.
I couldn't stand there and hear him run you down. I had to say something.
You don't believe him about your back, do you?
Oh, no, Tom, of course not. It was cruel and unfair.
Well, I'm finished just the same.
Finished?
Oh, it's all right. It was worth it.
Oh, you're not finished, Tom. You're only just starting.
No, Jeannie. They'll all be against me now, the doctors and the osteopaths.
Well, what about the other people? People like me. Let's hear what they've got to say. Taxi?
Hey, where are we going?
Oh, never you mind. You're not finished, Tom. Not if I have my way. Fleet Street, driver.
In a statement to the Daily News, he claimed that cures had been effected by whatever it is, in even the most hopeless cases.
Still hope for you, Squiffy.
In that case, Charlie, make it a double.
What's his name?
Stone. Thomas Stone.
Stone. Thomas Stone. That rings a bell. Why, yes, of course. Thinking of going to him, Alexandra? I'll try anything. Twice.
Oh, take a letter to the editor, the Daily News, Fleet Street, London, EC4. Yes, sir. With reference to the account in today's issue of your paper of a young girl who was cured by osteopathic treatment, I should be grateful if you would kindly forward the enclosed letter to Mr. Thomas Stone. Yours faithfully. And now a letter to Mr. Stone. Dear Mr. Stone, I read with interest in today's Daily News.
Here's a girl of only 16. She thinks she's going blind.
There's an old lady in this letter. She's been crippled for years.
Listen to this. There's a bloke here with chronic dyspepsia. Doctor says no beer, but he says no beer, no sleep. SOS.
Here's a little boy of only 6. He's still wearing leg irons. Oh, Tom.
Oh, what are you going to do about all these letters, all these people?
See them. See them all. Try to help them if I can.
Yes, Tom. That's what you must do. In every letter they ask to see you, want to know where they can find you.
It's all right you leading off the chorus, but he's not starting a clinic for lame ducks in my house.
Well, I saw a place yesterday. It's not far from here. It's small, but it would do as a waiting room in a surgery. It's vacant in 2 weeks.
Have you taken it?
No.
Why not?
They wanted 3 months' rent in advance.
Is that all that's stopping you?
It's not stopping me. I'll just have to wait a bit longer until I've met it.
But what about all these people?
They'll have to wait, too.
Oh, no, they won't. You can write and tell them you'll see them in 2 weeks' time.
You mean?
I haven't thanked you properly yet for what you did for Jeannie.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Come on, Mum. We're going out.
Jeannie, you know what this means.
Oh, yes, Tom.
It's my chance. It's the biggest chance I've ever had. I'm going to put my name in a plate, and that plate's gonna shine. People are gonna come to me, and I'm gonna heal them. And it's all because of you, Jeannie. Because you had faith in me.
I'll always have faith in you, Tom. Good luck to you.
But you said that the way people say goodbye. I'm not leaving you, Jeannie. You're coming with me all the way, wherever it takes me. Well, Mrs. Stone, the honeymoon's over. Tomorrow we start.
Yes, darling, tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And I'm going with you all the way, wherever it takes you.
Life sentence, huh?
Yes, darling. Mr. Thomas Stone. D-O-M-R-O.
Oh, no. Just plain Tom Stone.
Yes, darling, very plain.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Paul.
Oh, good afternoon.
I've come to see Mr. Stone.
Oh, he won't be a moment if you'll come this way.
Yes, of course.
Will you wait here a minute, please?
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Stone.
Hello, dear. Has it done you any good? Are you feeling any better?
Yes, so far.
Leonard.
Mr. Stone will see you now.
Thank you. Do you remember me?
Why, yes, of course. How's the knee?
It's fine again.
I hope you haven't come back to complain.
No, I've come to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you. Won't you sit down?
I hear you do wonderful things.
And what can I do for you?
Well, I hope you can do a great deal.
What have you been suffering from?
Well, for one thing, I sometimes get the most maddening headaches.
Had them long?
Off and on.
Whereabouts?
Quite the wrong way round, at the back of my head.
Just about there?
Yes.
Had any treatment?
My father sometimes gives me silly little white pills. He's a doctor. They never do any good.
Yes, well, just take off your coat, will you, please?
My coat? But, the pain is in my head.
Yes, I want to examine your spine.
Well, this is almost intriguing. I hear it's the rage in America.
Thursday at 12 o'clock. Yes, Mr. Stone can see you then. No, I'm afraid I couldn't fit you in this afternoon. Yes, he's very busy. Goodbye.
Mrs. Paul's car, madam.
Thank you. Your car's here, Mrs. Paul.
Thank you, Mrs. Stone. Oh, dear, oh, dear. If Sanders has a fault, it's punctuality. You know, I think you're terribly selfish.
Am I?
Living out here at the back of beyond. Next time you move, why don't you choose somewhere nice and convenient, like Wimpole Street or Harley Street? Then we'd all come and see you.
Perhaps that's why.
Don't you want to be busy? Really busy? Without Mayfair queuing up?
I don't think so. Not busy that way.
Busy? If osteopathy is ever to be recognized, people like you should live in the right places. And move in the proper circles.
I don't think I'd be very much good at that sort of thing.
Nonsense. You'd be quite a sensation. You'd have a great success.
Just what is success, Mrs. Paul?
Becoming so well known that every time the name of Thomas Stone is mentioned, people think of osteopathy.
I once said I'd never wear striped trousers.
So your wife can never wear a fur coat, is that it? She has to answer the door, take down telephone messages, tell me my car is waiting, and then start cooking so you can say, I told you so. Because you're afraid your striped trousers won't quite fit.
Do you know what I was before I took up osteopathy?
Oh, my dear, well, with the present government, the black market, and all this fish-Q democracy, it would hardly matter less.
I caught the fish for the Q's. I was a fisherman.
So was St. Peter. Goodbye, my dear, till next Monday.
Goodbye, Mrs. Paul.
The same time, of course.
Yes.
Thank you. I can hardly wait. You do me so much good. In so many ways.
Tom, lunch is ready.
Oh, thanks, Ginny. Ginny,
Yes, darling?
tired?
No, I'm all right.
Ginny, you're doing too much.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's time Mrs. Stone got someone else to do the donkey work.
But I'm very happy.
Yes, on donkey work, but that's not good enough.
But I like it. It's my job.
Well, I was thinking that if we had a larger practice,
Don't tell me we're moving again.
Well,
Oh, Tom. Oh, Mother, it's lovely.
Now, have I forgotten anything? Is that Tom's present?
Yes.
For Tom, with all my love on our wedding anniversary, Jeannie.
I do hope he'll like it.
Well, he should. Spoiling him, that's what I call it.
Oh, well, he spoils me. Mother,
Yes, dear?
do you think I should have invited some of his friends?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he might have liked it.
Tom sees enough of his posh friends as it is.
Well, here we are. Sorry I'm a bit late. It's all these stabs and things. Hello, my pet. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dad.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, dear.
I say, you have been busy. Jeannie.
Oh, it's Tom.
Well, don't let him come in for a minute because we're not quite ready.
All right. Hello, darling. Going out?
Why, yes. Didn't I tell you? It's an important engagement. I'm sorry.
But I...
Oh, what's wrong, dear? Am I in disgrace?
Oh, no, darling. It's all right. It doesn't matter.
Good night, dear. I may be late.
What's up?
Nothing.
What's up? Is it Tom?
He has to go out.
Go out on his wedding anniversary?
Yes, Mother.
Has he forgotten it?
I don't know.
Oh, didn't you tell him?
No.
Why not, Jeannie?
Because I won't interfere with Tom's work.
Work? At this hour?
If he was a doctor, I could understand it.
It's all those la-di-da patients of his.
He ought never to have come here. I told you so.
All right, I know. Can't carry corn, gone to his head. Feeling his feet now.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is, Jeannie, and you know it. He's spoiling himself, putting on fancy airs.
You don't understand. Tom's building his practice and his name.
Yes, there's a good time, Charlie.
If it helps him, then I'm glad he goes out. He can go out every night if he likes. He knows best.
Where are you going, Jeannie?
To change my dress, Mother. We'll have dinner just the same.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Alexandra. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I love you, Alex.
Three words, darling.
that you, Tom?
Yes, dear. Still awake?
Can I get you anything?
No, thanks.
It's Jeannie or me, Tom. Me or Jeannie. You've got to choose. I could give you so much, Tom. Things that she could never give you. But I can't go on like this. You've got to choose. Jeannie or me. Me or Jeannie.
Hello, darling.
Jeannie, I'm sorry, but I had to go out this evening. You see...
It's all right, Tom.
You see, it was a promise I made, and I couldn't get out of it.
One of many?
Yes, Jeannie.
I know.
You know?
I've known all the time.
You've never said anything.
Why should I? You always come home to me and sit on my bed just like now.
Oh, Jeannie, what have I done to you? I've been such a fool, darling.
Yes, Tom. You didn't remember, did you?
Remember? Many happy returns. Many, many happy returns, darling.
Dr. Baxter, sir. He would like to see you.
Dr. Baxter?
Yes, sir.
Tell him I can't see him.
Very good, sir.
Stone, I insist on seeing you. As a doctor, I can't insist that you withdraw your treatment. But as a father, I can and do insist that this personal relationship which exists between you and my daughter must cease.
Dr. Baxter.
Well?
I'm seeing Alexandra tonight. For the last time. Cigarette?
No, thanks. Funny, isn't it? I suppose that's all that's left to say now. Just cigarette. Or, are we going to have another glamorous chapter from your love life in suburbia? Tell me something, Tom.
Well?
Are you glowing with self-righteousness over this great and noble decision of yours?
Oh, Alex, don't go on with all this bitterness. It doesn't help. I thought at least we could part friends.
This is too much. You make me sick. What do you expect? A motherly kiss and a bunch of flowers for the dear little wife at home.
Alex.
What then? Charming little farewell supper? Rather sentimental, though perhaps a little embarrassing. Possibly at least a few discreet, well-disciplined tears. Or do you want the stiff upper lip?
Oh, for heaven's sake, stop play acting. Must you dramatize everything? Why don't you face the truth?
All right. Let's face the truth. Not very pretty, is it?
No, Alexandra, not very pretty. But your heart isn't breaking. Why, I've never met anything more to you than a new adventure. I was the latest fashion, a different sort of cure, mainly for boredom. Someone to take up, to lionize. Well, you've had a great success. You've made your poodle out of me, all right. Plucked and trimmed. But believe me, Alexandra, your heart isn't breaking. In another few weeks, you'll have found some new toy to demonstrate to your smart friends. You'll soon forget me.
Are you trying to console me? How dare you? Oh, don't worry your head. I'll soon forget you, but you'll never forget because I shaped you. I launched you. I even taught you table manners. I made you, not your little housewife. You cheap little waiter, have you forgotten? I used to tip you.
Killed us both. I'll drive, Alex. Alex! I'll drive. Good night, Alexander. Will I leave the car here? What's the matter?
My head. The pain's come back.
You'd better take some Barbiton.
Oh, it's useless, you know that.
I must go now.
Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Good night.
Oh, my head, my head.
Please, not all that again. You've tried it so many times, and it's always so convenient.
Oh, my God.
Goodbye, Alexandra.
I see.
Jenny! Jenny!
They've just telephoned. Alexandra's killed herself.
Will you repeat the oath, sir?
I swear by Almighty God to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Robert Miles, you're a registered medical practitioner and pathologist of St. Andrew's Hospital.
Yes, sir.
On August the 22nd at Baker Street Mortuary, did you conduct a post-mortem examination on the body of Alexandra Phyllis Paul?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you produced your report?
Yes, sir.
What was the cause of death?
Shock and hemorrhage due to a bullet wound in the chest.
And in your opinion, the wound was self-inflicted?
Yes.
Dr. Miles, from your post-mortem examination, did you find anything that could account for the symptoms of which the deceased complained?
Yes, sir.
And what did you find?
I found an abscess of the brain in the region of the right temporal lobe, just above the mastoid area.
Would an abscess of the brain have caused blinding headaches and the effect of intolerable noises in the head?
Yes, sir. Those are common symptoms in a case of this kind.
You've heard the evidence of Mr. Stone?
Yes, sir.
Would the pain be of such a violent nature as to induce suicide?
Possibly, yes.
Then the symptoms she complained of were obviously not hysterical, neurotic, or imaginary.
No.
Thank you, Dr. Miles. I'm obliged to you. I have to return a verdict that Alexandra Phyllis Paul came to her death by a self-inflicted wound while the balance of her mind was disturbed.
Rise, please. Oyez, oyez, oyez. All manner of persons who have had anything to do with this court before the King's coroner for this county, having discharged your duty, may depart hence and take your ease. God save the King.
Dr. Baxter,
You killed her.
Among those present in court was Mr. Daniel Booth, a well-known osteopath.
Cigarette?
There's a patient in the waiting room, sir, Mr. Rankin.
All right, Alice. Can I get you a drink, Tom?
No, thanks.
Mr. Rankin is waiting, darling.
No, I can't, Jeannie.
All right, Alice.
Yes, madam.
Forgive me, Stern.
Both.
I felt I had to see you at once.
You saw me in court. Isn't that enough? Or have you come to turn the knife in the wound?
I'm an osteopath. First, I've come to offer my sympathy.
Sympathy? Thanks, but it won't help.
Tom, please.
Oh, Jeannie, Baxter's right. I killed her.
Oh, no, Tom, no,
I
no.
tell you, I killed her.
I also came to apologize. Stone, 2 years ago you left the academy. You never finished your course. Had you done so, this tragedy might never have happened. For that, I was partly to blame.
It did happen.
Yes, mistakes are being made in consulting rooms and operating theaters every day. No one is infallible.
Excuses are no good. I'm finished.
Darling, think of all the people you've cured. Think of me.
Stone, in spite of your break with the academy, you've been able to use your great natural gifts and have done magnificent work, not only for your patients, but also for our profession. Your career has done more to further our cause than that of anyone else in the country. That you should be blamed for this tragic mishap is, of course, a heavy blow to you. But it is also a very heavy blow to us. And we are deeply concerned, as the public will be deeply concerned, to know the way in which you take it.
I can tell you the answer to that now. I'll never use these hands again. They've killed someone.
You know very well that that's a wild exaggeration. I was sent here today by the Academy. I was to ask you whether you'd join us. We took that decision with full knowledge of what the coroner's verdict was likely to be.
That this tragedy would never have taken place had the deceased not fallen under the influence of a man utterly unqualified to help her.
And because of one mistake, are you going to run away? The healing power that is in those hands is a gift. You must not betray it.
I know it was a gift, but can't you understand, Booth? It's gone.
Mrs. Stone. Well, it's up to you now. Mentally, he's a sick man. He's lost faith in himself. Only you can help him.
I'll do everything I can.
Get his mind back on his work.
Goodbye, Mr. Booth.
Goodbye.
You've got to go on, Tom. You've got to go on.
No. No, it's gone.
It'll come back, darling, if only you've courage.
Jeannie, what are we going to do?
We'll go away, darling, for a rest.
Rest? Yes, I'd like that. I'd like to go back to the sea.
Yes, dear.
do you feel?
How long have I been here?
Just a few hours.
Just a few hours.
Just lie quietly for a moment, will you, dear?
Where are you going?
Only to telephone the doctor. I promised him I'd call as soon as you were awake.
Oh, wait a minute, Tom.
What is it, dear?
What did he say about me?
He said he didn't know.
We know, don't we, Tom? It's come back.
Oh, my poor darling. Is it hurting much?
Not very much. I'm not afraid now you're with me. I'm in your hands, Tom.
Janie, don't ask me.
You can make me well again. I know you can.
Darling, I'd give my soul to, but don't you remember Booth said I could cripple you for life? I daren't. Jeannie, I'm going to send for him.
He can't do what you did.
Then I'll find someone who can. I'll try everyone. I don't care who it is. I'll go on till I find someone.
The doctors tried everything years ago. Until you came, there was only the wheelchair. That's all I had.
Jeannie, you'll get better. You won't need a wheelchair. It will never come to that.
If only you have faith, Tom.
Sign here, please. Thank you.
It's my chair, Tom.
Yes, Jeannie.
We said it would never come back.
We did try, didn't we, Jeannie?
Yes. Do you remember the day you wheeled me in the park?
Yes, darling.
Do you remember what you said? I believe, in spite of what all the doctors say, I can make you walk again. I believe that with all my heart. You talked to me about faith, Tom. You told me I must have faith in you. It's the other way around now, isn't it? Tom, do you love me?
Oh, Jeannie, you know I do. More than life, you are my life.
Then try again, Tom, please. You've got to try again. Look at me, Tom. Look at me.
Yes, the hallmarks of the amateur.
That this tragedy would never have taken place if the deceased had not fallen under the influence of a man utterly unqualified to help her.
It's in my hands, I know it. People are going to come to me and I'm going to heal them.
The healing power that is in those hands is a gift. You must not betray it.
I believe I can cure you and make you walk again.
Jeannie, I will.
All ready? Treble's going. Gone!